It's time people started asking the important questions. Who from Magic IP am I inviting to my smoke sesh? I have 7 empty chairs, and I will be looking at which characters are worth inviting and which I'm not letting near me. I've gathered here a collection of the multiverse's best candidates that we will be breaking down into the tiers of schmoke, first alternates, meh, not unless they supplying, and no. So, as I mentioned, I have 7 seats at my table, so let's figure it out. So, starting off, we have Avison. She cool and all, but I feel like something with the holy vibes is not going to be exactly the mood I'm trying to cultivate in my circle. I I'm not opposed to inviting her. I don't think she's going to bring down the mood. I just don't see her cracking jokes and really enjoying the vibe. Someone who will be cracking jokes and be someone who is great on side quests is my main man Fibblethip. Fibblethip is easily getting the invite. I mean, come on now. I want to see that eye turn red. So he's making it for sure. Next up, we got Liliana. Liliana is an interesting one. I've kind of waffled on what I think. On one hand, she can be super dark and, that might bring the vibes down. But I feel like if she gets in a relaxed state, I think she's just going to chill, make some sly jokes, and also just good having a goth baddie at the sesh. So for that reason, gonna have to be Schmoke. Next up, another easy invite. We got Ragavan. Come on. Monkey in the Sesh? Whew. I just know Ragavan is going to bring up the mood. I don't know if Ragavan can talk in lore, but if he can, I mean, he's going to have some stories. And he's just going to be getting up to tomfoolery. Like, I want to see what Ragavan does. I don't know. Easy smoke tier. Now, the first person I'm really not feeling is Chandra here. Now, Chandra seems cool, but she's on fire. I don't want her handing it back to me, lit on both ends, you know? So I feel like I just can't invite her. It's gonna be hot in the room if she's there, and I logistically I don't think she can pull it off. So can't invite her. Next up, we got a Johnny. He's like a big lion man. I feel like I'd be intimidated. Like monkey is one thing, but humanoid lion creature, I'm not about that. Some people are. I am not about that. And also he's like very noble and I don't know. I just feel like definitely not my first choice. I mean, I'm not going to say no if he shows up, but like I don't know. Definitely not on my short list. Moving on, we have Elishnorn. She's also kind of a scary one, but I feel like she doesn't talk that much. So it's really just about like what are her vibes once we get in the mood. And I think she's fine vibes. Like I'm not intimidated. Like I don't think she's going to be physically dominating this room. So I'm gonna put her right above a Johnny, but again, I'm not really looking to give her a call. Next up, we got Jace, and Jace is a real interesting one. He's like an intellect, right? So I feel like he's just gonna be saying stuff, and he's gonna be saying a lot of stupid stuff, and he's just gonna keep talking, and it's like Jace, man, like what are you even saying? Like shut up, So I don't think he's like a mood killer. I just feel like, you know, the optimal circle does not include Jace. So I'll just give him meh. It's kind of where I'm feeling for him. Up next, we have Dovinbon. And Dovinbon is a lot like Jace, but worse. I feel like he's going to show up with like his own cart. He's all about like technology and like weird stuff. So, like, he's just worse Jace in every way. Bad for vibes. He's blue. Just I like what's he gonna talk about? Jace has a bunch of stories and is actually kind of smart. Dovin's just a geek. Uh, so next up though, we got my girl Nissa. Now Nissa, I know she's bringing her own pack, and I know it's gonna be fire. She is coming, and I'm texting her beforehand to bring her finest shit. You know, she's definitely gonna bring up the vibes. I think that's good. But the main invite is just I know she has the supply, and it's just gonna keep coming. So Nissa has to make the circle. Maybe I'm using her a little bit, but like, come on, come on. You know. Moving on, we got Soren, and Soren is absolutely not invited. Dude is a freak. He's just a like multi-thousand-year-old vampire, which could be cool, but he's like the sexy vampire version sometimes, and he's just I don't know. I definitely am gonna start getting schizo if he's around. Like, it's not gonna be good for my mental if Soren is sitting across the table from me. So that's just gonna be a no go from me. Next up, we have Karn, and Karn kind of suffers the same as a Johnny. I think a Johnny is going to be talking a lot, but just a big intimidating guy. Karn's also a big intimidating guy, but I feel like he's not going to say anything. He's just going to kind of sit there and vibe. And it's not really adding anything to the experience, and but it's not really taking that much away. I feel like he's just gonna be around. I'm not going out of my way to invite him, but you know, it's fine. Next up, we got Kozilek, and I was thinking about all the Eldrazi Titans, and of them, Kozilek, I feel like is the chillest. I don't know why. I think Kozilek is funny. I don't know if I speak whatever language he speaks, but I think of the three, he's like the jokester. So Kozilek, first alternate. I don't think I have spotted him for my table right now, but things happen. If Lily can't make it, subbing in Kozilek, not a problem there. Next up, we got Ugin. And Ugin is just another person where I just feel like he's going to not be good for the vibes. We're going to be trying to keep things light. We're going to be trying just to make jokes and listen to some music. And I think Ugin's just going to start talking about politics or something. Start talking about like domination or like old wars. It's like, bro, relax. Like, that is not what we're about right now. I think, whoa, that's not where I want to put him. I think he's definitely not good for morale. Um, got those big wings going to be getting in the way. I just can't think. Like, if he showed up, I don't even know. I'm just gonna put him in no. I don't vibe with that. Now, on the exact other end of the spectrum of these dragons, we got Nico Bolas. Dog. Come on now. Come on now. You're talking about the multiverse supervillain? I know he's gonna be mad chill the second we all start smoking. He's gonna be like, haha, I didn't mean to be doing all that. Like, that was a prank. He's gonna be pulling some devious practical jokes. He's gonna have immaculate music taste. Just Nicol Bolas, easy invite. Niv Mizzet is like Nicol Bolas in almost every way. He just doesn't quite have like that X factor. He's got arguably more clout, and he's probably chiller, but we need like well-roundedness. So we definitely can't have both. So in choosing one, I'm putting Nico over Niz. So he's gonna be the first alternate, specifically if Nicol Bolas can't make it. But nothing bad about Niv. I think he also is gonna have good jokes. He's gonna have good stories. He might even have better music taste, but not gonna be able to make it. Next up, we got Oko, sexy boy Oko, and he's going all the way at the bottom. I do not want him showing up. I mean, look at him. He is a freak. Um, he's just pretty boy, just the worst in every way. He's like a shapeshifter deviant. I don't know. I don't trust him. He's just gonna be like hitting on everyone in the circle all the time, and that is just not what we're here to do. not getting the invite. Teferi, though, Teferi is getting the invite. Are you kidding? He is going to be the chillest guy at the function. He is wise. He's just going to have like good aura coming off him. Very calming vibe. Once Nico Bolas starts doing some weird stuff, Teferi's just going to like neutralize him and then keep the vibes moving forward. I I mean, if I could only have one person, I mean, obviously it's Ragavan. But if I could only have one other person, it's got to be Teferi. Like, come on. Moving on, we got Tezzeret. And I think Tezzeret is just a better Dovinbon. Again, with the, like, tech. But his is more like electricity and artifacts and stuff. But he is just, like, a weirdo, I feel like. Maybe he's funny. I could see him being real funny. So he might get the pass for that. But it's definitely not just someone I'm foaming at the mouth to invite. So I'll put him in meh. Let's see. We only got one more seat left at the table. Next up, we got Kranko. I feel like Kranko's just a shifty guy. And then also, I don't know how dumb like goblins are, but I could see him just starting to like stab people. Like we're just all trying to hang out and enjoy ourselves, and he just like doesn't get the message. But I think it could be funny. I could see him just like messing with Teferi and Nicol Bolas and stuff, and they just like get on him. I think his music taste is probably terrible though. He is not touching aux. Krenko, no. But I'd say overall, maybe introduce a little anarchy. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely not making the cut, but I think he's a good alternate for like Fibblethip Ragavan. We're just like we can't have all scholars. We gotta have some chaos to keep the mood light and keep the function moving forward. However, we do like our scholars, and our next scholar here is Urza, and Urza is gonna be snagging that final invite. I mean, he's kind of on the same plane or the same mental state as Teferi. He's gonna be super chill, super wise. He's gonna be like old head humor where he just I mean, I don't know. I just think everything with him is gonna be sweet. I'm gonna give Urza Ox. I think he's gonna be all like 70s, 80s mellow rock. Maybe some alternate stuff, and I mean, I I'm comfortable here with this 7. I think that's a good time. But let's finish out this ranking. So next we got Emrakul. I mean, look at those tentacles. Look at all that. I mean, just no. No. I'd rather be smoking with Soren and Sexy Boy Oko than Emrakul. That is weird. I would be freaking out. So absolutely not. I don't even know logistically how she can do that, but I'm not going to find out. And then last up, we got Gideon. Gideon suffers from the same kind of Ajani problem of being super noble and just being, you know, a big guy. And, I think Gideon's a bully. I think we're all going to, smoke up a little bit and he's just going to start picking on people. And, he's not going to be picking on Urza. He's going to be picking on me. So absolutely not. Gideon is not getting the invite. If he's supplying, I'll show up. But second he starts being a jackass, I am leaving. Um, but yeah, let's so I think that's going to be the 7 for me. Let's talk about seating. So for seating, first things first, gonna have to have Ragavan sitting next to me. Now, it's important. If we're passing around clockwise, I want Ragavan to be who I'm passing to because I just know he's gonna be slobbering all over it, and I just can't have that being passed my way. So Ragavan is gonna be my left hand guy, passing it to him. Not a big problem. Just hilarious. We're gonna have great chemistry. Moving on my other side, we're gonna have Urza. Urza is just knowledge spitter, chill guy. One side I'm talking to Ragavan, making all the jokes, and on the other side I'm like, Urza, look at this guy. You know what I'm saying? So easy enough. Next up, we got Liliana, and Liliana is strategically placed. I'm putting her between Ragavan and Fibblethip. This is important because Ragavan and Fibblethip aren't the big talkers of the group. So this is kind of making it so that she has to kind of talk to me, talk across the table, which I think is going to help open her up and make the vibes better overall. Fibblethip is kind of far from me on the table, but that's fine. He's really there for more of the wild card, and the further that is from me, the better, I would say. But yeah, moving forward, we're gonna put Teferi next to Urza so that they can scheme in the corner, have little side talks, and then spit knowledge to the entire group. I do want Teferi relatively close to me. I want to be able to hear what he has to say. And this is also important because that puts Nicol Bolas, again, kind of more of a wild card scenario further from me. If he does start doing some world takeover stuff, I got Teferi and Urza in between him and I, so we'll be good. Plus, I think Nicol Bolas is going to be a pretty loud individual, so I will be able to hear him across the table. And of course, that wraps us up with Nissa. I get to look at her across the table. That's big. And then also, again, she's mainly there because she's supplying. So everyone else being positioned where they are, this leaves one seat for Nissa. But overall, I think this is as good as it gets. I probably left out some characters, and if there's someone you think I should have invited, let me know in the comments. But I feel like I'm the first person asking the important questions in Magic the Gathering. So yeah, this is my sesh. Thanks.